Yo, welcome to day 40 of documenting the business journey. Okay, so today I thought I was gonna get the review back for my app that I sent in to Apple, and I have not got the review back. It's been officially 3 days now, which is not like them. And I'm assuming it's because of the weekend. I posted it on Thursday, and they didn't get back to me by Friday, and then the weekend hit Saturday, Sunday, and so I'm really hoping that it's just like there's a lot of apps going on and that you didn't have time to review it, and then the weekend hit and they're kind of off for the weekend, and that I'm gonna wait one more day. I'm gonna wait Monday, and if they don't get to me by the end of Monday, I'm just gonna take the submission off and I'm gonna resubmit it, and I'll have to wait till Wednesday, but it'll be what it'll be. And my goal is I'm gonna have the app on the App Store this week. 100% it's gonna happen. And when I have the app on the App Store, I've made goals. My first goal is, I think I talked about this in yesterday's video, but I'm going to, by March 8th, have a total invested amount of $5,000. So far I've invested 500. My goal is 5,000 by March 8th. So that's about a month from now. And it's invested and not made because Shopify, or not the App Store Connect takes 2 months to get your payout. So let's say I put in $1,000 to marketing for this app, and then I get, let's say, $200 back out of it. That $200 that I made on February 8th won't get to my bank account until April 8th. It takes 2 months before I can even take it out of the account. And so I'm gonna have to use other people and loans to get the money out so I can reinvest quicker. But I'm not gonna be able to like make 5K and have it in my bank account by March 8th. But I will invest 5K. That's my goal. I will invest 5K into the whole thing, whether it's marketing, whether it's UGC, whether it's, just making the app in general, whatever it is. I'm going to invest 5K by March 8th. Then my second goal is to get 100 active users, or 100 users in general, by March 24th, which should not be that hard either. I think that's probably honestly a little bit easier than 5K by March 8th. But yeah, that's my goal. Those are the things I'm trying to manifest. It's been really weird not doing anything for 3 days regarding business, just because I started to watch that Zach Arcardi guy that made Cali Eye, and he's like 18, and it was like really getting me to think about things. But then I realized, like, a lot of times that I watch and get influenced and get inspired by people that I end up watching on YouTube or TikTok during my business journey, redirect the route of my business journey and delay it. What I mean by that is, if I wanted to become a coaching business and I wanted to start a personal brand that marketed that coaching business from day one before Thanksgiving, and then I started watching videos of people making apps and doing different things with them, and then out of nowhere I found the urge to make an app. Like, I just completely gave up all the time I spent growing a personal brand and trying to make a coaching business and a coaching website to start making apps, and that delayed that whole process. So I started watching the Zach guy with the Cali Eye app, and he's talking about how he made all this money and all these users this fast and his strategy. And it got me thinking, like, dude, now I want to think about just going all in on this app and like making millions of dollars with this app, and that is not my goal whatsoever. My idea is, screw me trying to make a copy and paste version of somebody else's success. I have my own journey. It started with dropshipping a year ago, and it's came to coaching, and then now it's with this app. And I am going to stay on that path with whatever it takes me. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to be, disciplined, and I'm going to try to work on it every single day and give my effort to it. And try to go as far along that path as I can, and just have it throw me in whatever success story it wants me to, after I compound that, trial and error every time. 1,000 fails. Hopefully at that end, I'll get that success. And I'm just going to keep compounding that instead of going off on different, business journeys. I'm just going to let it take me where it takes me. I think of it as like God's timing and God's plan, in a way. So yeah, I've decided to kind of stop watching videos that could influence me to do something else and just focus on my personal journey. And instead, I've started to watch videos about manifesting stuff because, like I said in my past 2 or 3 videos, the power of manifestation is so powerful because what you think in your mind is why you do everything. You know, if you think that baseball is cool and you start surrounding yourself with watching the MLB, you start surrounding yourself with, college players, with, the best varsity high school players, with whoever it might be, you are going to be a great baseball player. You're going to know a lot about baseball. And it's just as simple as that. And so if I, put myself in that position with business and I start making myself believe that I'm going to be this person and then having no doubt, almost like tricking myself into thinking that I am somebody that I'm not currently, it gets me in a better mental place to be able to have success with this stuff. And I realize how powerful that is, and I realize that I'm not taking advantage of it. Me personally, I'm more of a person that likes to be more realistic with things, doesn't like to think in like 2 months and longer of a timeline. I like to think like what's going to happen by this next month, because that's how easily I can predict a month. I can't predict, 2 months, 3 months very well. And I don't like to say like I'm going to make $1 million by the end of next year, because that's such a big promise that is just so variable. You don't know what's going to happen in a year. And so instead I'm starting to think, and I said this in the last video again, but like I'm going to invest 5K by this point in time, by a month. I think that's a lot more manifestable for me than it is for other people to say like I'm going to make $1 million by the end of the year. So I like to take time, but 5K invested in a month is crazy. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, I'm taking baby steps that are like obviously everybody knows is achievable, because 5K invested in a month is not that achievable, especially when you don't even have more than $1,500 in your bank account to begin with. So I'm gonna manifest that, and I mean, I guess I'll let you guys know what ends up happening in close to 30 days from now. But yeah, I've started to watch manifesting videos, and just trying to learn it for what it is and trying to take advantage of it. And yeah, so I've just been doing that, and then I've been working on my college work, my high school work. Hung out with my girlfriend today to kind of pass some time by. Today's Sunday. Well, I guess today's Monday now, because it's like 1:30. No, it's 1 o'clock. And so yeah, I have my review's been in for like 72 plus hours. Probably, if I had to give a guess, like 82 hours it's been in review, so 3.5 days almost. And I have not got a response back, which is kind of crazy. But if I do not get a response back by the end of Monday, I know there's something wrong, which is crazy because like it literally says waiting for review, like waiting for review. It's been waiting for review. Like there's no more buttons I could press. I don't feel like there's anything more that I could do. I've been waiting for like 3.5 days. So I'm going to let it nurture and just keep doing its thing for another day, which is Monday, which should be the busiest day for them. And if it doesn't get reviewed by Monday, I know that something's wrong. Like maybe I submitted it and it didn't get sent into the right category or whatever. And I'm just going to take the submission off and I'm going to resubmit it. And then it should be up for grabs if I resubmit it by the end of Monday on Tuesday, like end of Wednesday, Thursday-ish. Which isn't ideal considering I promised myself I'm going to get it on the App Store by Thursday, the 12th. But, I mean, stuff like that's just going to happen, So, and it's only been 3 days and it's over the weekend. I'm not going to, I haven't been in this review process for too long. I've only had 4 rejections is kind of a lot, but I've only had 4. I've only been trying to even do this whole thing for like a week and a half. So I really don't know how the process works. And so I'm just going to put my head down. I'm gonna let it wait. I'm gonna let it review for at least another day. And if it becomes 4 days on Monday, the busiest day of the week, then I'm gonna cancel it and resubmit it. But yeah, I'm pretty confident about this next submission. It should be on the App Store right after this. And yeah, simple as that. So I'll see you tomorrow, day 41. Peace out.